it's Jewel here, and I have some, exciting news. I went to one of the Targets not far from my area, and I just so happened to pick up a couple of friends. Like a lot of people right now, I've been on the hunt for Basic Fun's new G7 pets. And while I have yet to find any blind boxes, and I don't want to buy them online because I just want to pick out the ones I want because I'm cheap, we'll just call it frugal. I found some tubes. I think it was about a year ago I heard people were saying the classic LPS were coming back in 2004, and here we are. I have brand new LPS, like new molds, new designs, like all of those things, and that's insane. That is actually insane. And so, without much ado, let me introduce to you City Vibes and Wild Vibes. According to most resources, it seems that Beach Vibes has been very evasive, so I don't know when we're going to be seeing that one. First of all, both packs came with these little codes, so just go ahead and pick them. I don't remember which one is which at this point, but you're welcome to use them. Starting off with Wild Vibes, the card we got was the Rhino, which is a rare pet, level 3, which I don't know what the levels mean, and it's a sassiest pet. Sassiest have the little stars in them. Now, this is the accessory the Wild Vibes came with, which is this little, I think it's supposed to be a bamboo shoot. I will say that the cats have almost gotten a hold of it a number of times and nearly made it lost forever, but we've held on to it. Here are the pets. Now, the Rhino's on the card, so we'll start off with her. She is just so freaking precious. I mean, look at her. Just look at her little painted nails and her little freckles, and there's like little drops in there. Like, the attention to detail on her, I think, is really excellent. I love this color magenta. A lot of pets in the G7 line have been tested for their squishiness, so I'll do a quick test on her just to see. Oof, have to use some effort. It is a little bit squishier than your traditional LPS. Those ones were rock hard, you couldn't really do anything. If they're using a more sustainable, like plastic, I have no qualms with that. I will say my camera does make the pets look a little brighter or a little bit lighter in the camera, so she's a little bit more saturated, and I think in a lot of the G7 pets they are pretty saturated in color compared to some of the more traditional LPS, which seems silly because they were very brightly colored in a lot of ways, but these ones kind of take that to a whole nother level. Next we'll look at the iguana. You know, I guess he's pretty cute. Actually, he is so cute. I don't have an iguana, not like this. I have some of the, I think, older styles that are just a little bit more, you know, flat out basic. This guy is fancy though. Like, look, like, my man is fancy. I love him so much. This whole pack is Sassiest Pets, so he's got a star on his front and these really pretty, like, different colored stripes, and again he's got those bumps like on his tail. Like, this dude is just super fancy. His purple eyes, I think, just tie everything together. They just offset the green really nicely, and this teal is really fun. He's like very bright, like he's super neon. As far as squish test goes, oof, he's got a really hard head. I think there's so much like different molding around it that it's just real, you know, real strong, so that's good. Now, I cannot lie, this dude was one of my most anticipated pets of the G7 line. It's an axolotl. All honesty, I am still waiting out for the pink one because pink is my favorite color and the natural color that axolotls are, but I cannot tell a lie, I love this yellow guy. People have really been coming after the axolotls, and I think it's because they just don't think it looks like good, like they think they look really derpy and funny because they have like, and he does, he sort of looks like a balding old man if you want to look at it that way, but personally I just find him precious and adorable, and there's not a fault in his little amphibian body. So he has stars on his body and by his little eyes. They're so tiny and cute. I think a lot of the pets in these ones have had these tiny little details that are so sweet. And yeah, so he's yellow and he's got these orange ruffs on the side of his head. His name has already been Sonny, because he like looks just so bright and colorful, but you know, also a little bit like a dad. And he's got this sort of iguana-esque feet, like if you look at the old ones, and these little ruff around him. I think he's so adorable. As far as squishing goes, oof, again, pretty hard up there, which is good. Next, it's time for City Vibes, and the card I got for that was the little Lousa dog. She's Fanciest Level 1 and Core, which I think is garbage. I think she is much more special than just measly Core. We will start off with this little bowl, little pet bowl, little dish. It's pink. They had this kind of mold before, and I think it's good. It's solid. No offense to this bird, but we're going least favorite to most favorite. So this little lady is just, I think she's supposed to be a pheasant, but she's always just gets called Fancy Bird, which I honestly love the idea that she's a pheasant, and I think that they should make a very neutral toned one, because I think that'd be super cute if they did like a series of ones that were like, not like sad beige mom, but like naturalistic, you know, like very, you know, rich colors and like a lot of detail. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the mold. I just think she looks, I just don't love bird molds in general. I think they're hard to stand up, and I think that they're just a little funky, a little funkalicious, but I think this one has a really cute design though, like this little thing right here. The little diamonds on her is great, and the green, I think it just is really pretty. It ties in, it's kind of like funky as her hair, but I like it, and I think it ties in with her eyes well. And this little pink ribbon just ties everything together, you know, literally and figuratively. Yeah, so pretty good all around. As far as squishiness goes, oof. Yeah, she's got a little bit more squish than some of the other ones are, but we're not holding that against her. We have this Lucky Cat, which there's been a lot of cat designs, you know, over the years for LPS, and a lot of them have had their paw up, but this one is uniquely called the Lucky Cat because it resembles the Chinese Lucky Cat. How many times do I need to say Lucky Cat? This one is very similar to one that came out during G2, but that's not one that I have, so I don't care. I think that that's been a common theme among the G7 releases. There's a lot of them that look very similar to old pets. I'm in love with her design. It's got these little diamonds here, which definitely sets her off from the other one, and there's for sure differences between the original and her. I just think the colors, and I think her eyes and the mold is a very unique cat mold, and I just think her colors are sweet. My only qualm, I think, would be right here. I don't like how it just cuts off there. Like, why doesn't it continue in the back? Just because it's in the back doesn't mean that we aren't gonna notice it. And I think it would have also been the perfect opportunity to incorporate another diamond, like right in the front there. It could have just been a little, that would have been so perfect. Squishing goes, pretty firm. There's a little give, but not much. Now here is the one I was so excited about. I mean, like, I was really excited about. It's a Lousa dog. Again, the Lousa dogs are a pretty unique mold. There's not a whole lot of them. I think that Basic Fun has been using some molds that didn't get used a lot before and are kind of using them a lot this time, which is amazing. I will tell you guys the real reason I was so excited for this Lousa dog was because this one is very similar to the mascot of Fantasyland Films. And Fantasyland Films was a very prominent LPS tuber when I was younger, and so I watched a lot of her, and she's the reason I made any videos at all. I just really appreciated her storytelling, I mean her production value. Like, she really went all for it to make like fantasy themed. And as someone who was definitely a little bit more into fantasy than I was into like high school rom-com type things, like, I just loved watching her videos. She is no longer active on LPS Tube, which is unfortunate, but, you know, I totally get it. We gotta, you know, try different things in life, but I will always love going back to watch her videos because they're just such a good quality and so wonderful. But I never had any Lousa dog, much less her mascot, and so to get this one, I was really excited because they are very similar. In person, I can tell that this one is a lot warmer toned than the original one from G2. And of course, it has these little diamonds there, so that's different. One design aspect of the Lousa dog that has always bugged me, I can't remember if it's on the other designs or not, but for this one, These paws right here, why are they not colored? Why are they not colored? Look, at the head is colored, this is colored, and the other paws are colored, but these ones right here are not, and that has always bugged me. But anyway, I'm a huge fan of these like very textured pets. I love the King Charles Cavalier Spaniels, and I think the Lhasa dogs are similar to them, so super duper cute. As far as squish test goes, unfortunately, this girl takes the cake. She is real squishy. I can actually feel the hard thing inside of her head, like whatever's keeping it rooted there. So that I don't love. Her plastic actually feels very thin and flimsy compared to the other ones. When I'm not squishing her, if I'm just moving her around, it's not something I notice. I just hope that, you know, she holds up in the future. You know, I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. She's got a thin skull. You know, we're worried about bruising. Well, everyone, that is all of the pets that I got today. I want to thank you so much for watching this. I am just so excited that Basic Fun has come out with these new LPS, and it was such a treat finding them at Target. I will definitely be on the lookout for those blind boxes, though. I don't know why I haven't seen any yet. It seemed like that was the first thing people were finding, and it seems to be the last thing that I can find. I'd also been having trouble ordering on Amazon. Like, the pets that I wanted to get kept saying unavailable, but it seems like things finally worked out in that regard, and I was able to purchase one of the packs that I really wanted, so I will probably, once they come in, I'll be able to show those as well. I'm just really excited to see them and get some more, and it's just kind of wonderful to be back into it. But yeah, if you think about subscribing, I'll probably be coming out with some more content soon, and you don't want to miss it. Anywho, thanks for watching, everyone. Adios, and God bless. Guys, I am beyond the moon thrilled because but my cats have nearly made it, and under the couch lost to be, what am I saying? That, like, kids who maybe didn't get stuff the first time, like, now have these ones that, oh, hi kitty. I'll talk to y'all later. Follow that button. Oh gosh, my necklace, I'm naked.